Hello everyone, I'd like to take a few minutes of your time today to present our view on the Indian economy and the Indian markets. But before I do that, a quick view of the economic growth momentum globally in different economies would be helpful. In my opinion, global economic growth appears somewhat uneven, especially in the developed economies. This would imply to me that the monetary easing that we've seen in the past few years would likely continue. Therefore, interest rates are also likely to be somewhat subdued in the developed economies. It also implies that commodity prices, which have seen a lot of weakness in the past year or two, would continue to remain somewhat subdued. And that is great news for India, especially in the context of oil prices, which have declined considerably in the last 2 or 3 years, since India is a large importer of oil. Turning now to the Indian economy, I would say that economic growth momentum is gathering pace. And I think for fiscal 17, ending in March 17, we would likely see GDP growth rate somewhere between 7 to 7.5%, which is a fantastic outcome given the sluggish growth that we're seeing elsewhere in the world. More importantly, I think for equity investors, corporate earnings growth is gathering nice momentum. So this year, for example, that is ending in March 2017, we expect corporate earnings growth for the large companies to be somewhere between 12 to 15%. A great improvement over the previous year, which saw earnings grow only in the range of about 4 or 5% for the large companies. Earnings growth of this magnitude, we think, will likely then support strong performance by Indian equities. As far as interest rates are concerned, given the moderate levels of inflation, I think we could expect to see perhaps another 25 to 50 basis points of cuts sometime in the next 6 months or so. All in all, I think the outlook for Indian equities looks very optimistic, and should there be any correction contributed to by global factors, that would provide, in my opinion, a great buying opportunity for investors in Indian equities. Thank you very much for your patient listening.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.